All right, I'm just gonna start recording. I'm not gonna wait too long for people to hop on. So I am recording. Let me just accept Jamie. Okay. So first and foremost, thank you so much for taking the time out of your night to come on this Zoom and get poured into and take some time for your biz. So take this time away from your phone, not messaging or doing other things, and just like really paying attention to the things that I tell you, or if Nat pipes in and shares her 2 cents too, then hopefully we'll hear from her. But first and foremost, I wanted to just give a few reminders and explain a little bit more about the post that I made in the Moneymakers page today about the accountability group. And kind of what that means. So yes, we are still going to finish out the push. We're going to continue to post those for you. They're going to be kind of just short, sweet, and to the point with the training videos and the self-development. You guys know what to do every day. You know what your 6 list should look like. And if you don't, that's exactly why I'm starting this new accountability group. So we will continue that through the end of the month. But I am going to be starting this accountability group that I'm talking about tomorrow morning. So tonight you should either print or write out the KPI tracker that I put in the team page. This is one that Jamie, thank you so much for taking the time to put together for me, or for us rather. And it's set up a little bit differently. There's some more things, and I took some things out, and we kind of just played around with it a little bit. So it is different than like the one you'll find in eSuite or on the Success Squad page. Like it's one that we actually created. So make sure that you have that written out, and basically it's just going to be a group message. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it through Zoom. It might be a text message. I'll let you guys know for sure either way. Obviously, when you get the message, you'll see which one I ended up going with. But I'm going to play around with it a little bit and see what works best, because I don't really want to do it on Facebook just because there are so many groups and pages and things to pay attention to. And I want this to be something very simple. This shouldn't be something that is like, oh my gosh, I don't know, like you guys should expect that the chat is going to blow up and it's just one of those things that you have on mute, but you look at and use for accountability. So basically how it's going to work is you're going to have the new KPI tracker that we created either printed out, or you're going to have it like a handwritten copy. If you don't have a printer, you're just going to write it out by hand. And basically you're just going to go through, and tomorrow's Tuesday, so you're just going to go through and check off the boxes for everything that is listed for a Tuesday. And when you're done, you're just going to take a picture of it and send it in the chat. And when you're done with that KPI tracker, you're done working for the day. So if you work more, that's amazing, and that's absolutely incredible, and you're pushing for your promotion, and proud of you for showing up. But if you finish your list and y'all want to go out to dinner, or you do want to hang out with your friends, or you want to go on a hike, or you want to take a bath, like do it. You know what I'm saying? Like you completed your tasks for the day. So this is a way for you to not only hold yourself accountable, but to know, okay, I'm doing the things for my business that I should be. And if you're not, then you can look back on your sheets and have a physical copy and look at exactly where you can improve. And this is just part of implementing successful habits into your business and stepping up as an entrepreneur. You have to start tracking your results. You have to start keeping tabs and numbers on the things that work, the things that don't work, so that you know how to improve your business going forward. Okay? So very, very simple. At the end of the day, everybody's going to take a picture, send it in this chat. Nat put in the chat, but it helps you be honest. And honestly, you guys, I need that too. Like I write stuff down in my journals, but like I said, when Nat put up that training video about KPIs the other day, I really realized that we need to get super serious with an exact system, not only for our newbies, but for us leaders, to actually do the things and lead our personal businesses from the front. And it also made me realize that if I am not personally enrolling, my business is going backwards regardless of what my team is enrolling. And you have to think about your business the exact same way. If you are not completing your steps to success every month, which I have not done the last month, so I am guilty of as well, then you have to be honest with yourself and look at where you can improve. Well, I'm not completing my steps to success, so how do I expect to promote? How do I expect my business to go forward if I'm not doing the things, right? Yeah, find what works better for you. So that's what we're starting tomorrow. It's going to be super simple, but I want you to really utilize it and really take advantage of the group and really know and go into it with the mindset that you're going to be not looking left, looking right, but looking at, okay, this person, and this person have already submitted theirs for the day. They've checked everything off their list. I need to get my butt to work. You know what I'm saying? Or you're one of the first ones to put it in. You feel damn good about yourself. What a better way to self-motivate than to use that fire and just be in a group of people who want to work harder and who want to promote and who want to hold each other accountable. And I'm going to tell you guys straight up front that I am going to call you out in the chat if you have not posted yours for 3 days in a row. If you are not showing up, I'm going to be like, sis, where are you at? Because you said you wanted to go diamond and you're in this accountability chat because we love you and you needed us to hold you accountable. So here we are holding you accountable. Where you been? Where's your team at? Where are you headed? What you want this month, right? Get re-excited. Maybe you need that. Maybe we need that as a team, right? So I'm super, if you can't tell, fired up about this. I'm really excited to implement this. I feel like the push is stale. I think you guys are getting bored, and I think that we're not doing the things that we need to be doing as a team, or we would be a lot farther than we are, right? Point blank period. Like I said this morning on the Wake Up With Me, it's no secret that volume is low. It is absolutely no secret that people have lost rank, right? So what do we need to do? We need to refocus. And that's what tonight is all about. And I think step one is really taking this on as leaders. And even if you don't have anyone on your team, just embodying that perfect person where you wrote out their attributes and embodying the kind of leader and rank that you want to be. And this is what successful people are doing in this company right now. So we would be naive not to follow suit, right? Like success leaves clues. People in the company don't make training videos for fun. They don't take an hour of their night out just to talk to you guys. I can do that anytime. We have these trainings scheduled so that we can learn and so that I can share with you guys what I'm learning. And that's why too, I ask you guys in the leadership chat. I know this isn't like a leader Zoom, but a lot of you guys are leaders on my team who are on this right now. That's why I ask if you guys want to share anything. And I hope that you know that even if I don't ask, if I put a topic up or you know that a topic is coming up, because I always share the content with you guys, and you're like, wow, that's something that I'm really passionate about, I would love to hear from you. If you feel like you have a strong suit in a certain area, or you're like, oh my God, this post blew up for me, and there's a training the next day, ask to speak on it. And you are going to be so petrified and you're going to sweat your ass off the first couple times that you do it, but it makes you level up and it makes you realize, wow, I need to start doing Zooms with my team because people need to hear what I have to say. You all have a voice here. And I'm just going completely off script here. This is so not related, but you guys, you are here for a purpose, and every single person on this team is not only valued, but we need you here. You fill a slot for a specific purpose. And maybe that purpose you don't know about yet until you start spitting off and lighting into this team and you realize, wow, that's the kind of leader I want to be. And you'll remember later in the week when you feel shitty and don't want to work your business, but remember what I said on that Zoom? I can't not take my own medicine. I can't talk the talk, but not walk the walk, right? It really holds you accountable when you say things out loud to people on a freaking recording. You are recorded saying something. So are you either going to be hypocritical and you're just completely talking out your ass, or are you going to stay true to your word and do the things that you say that you're going to do? That's why I'm always honest and so vulnerable with you guys, because there's no reason to beat around the bush with anything. That's why I talk about volume being low. It's not to scare you. It's the freaking reality. And we need to get our butts in gear. And the only way to do that is to enroll, which means we need to get serious about how we're going about that, right? Okay. Ooh, that's why we're here. Okay. Completely separate thing, but I just wanted to, I get asked a lot, like what self-development I'm listening to or what books that I'm listening to. So every once in a while when I switch up books, I just want to like share with you guys what I'm reading. So Nat, if you'll put these in a chat for me, that would be great. But I'm reading 2 different books right now. The first one is You're a Badass at Making Money by Jen Sincero. She's amazing. I freaking love her. I plan on restarting the book like the second that it's over because it's so damn good. And then the second one is The Bravest You by Adam Kirk Smith. The Bravest You, Adam Kirk Smith. So if you guys need new books to listen to, and I know that my Audible credit just went through, so if you guys have an Audible credit to use, The Bravest You actually is free on the Audible catalog, but You're a Badass is not. So I used a credit on that one. But if you have one to use, or if you deal with a broke mindset, that one's super, super, super good. Okay, and then I wanted to share this little quote that Connor and I literally, if you guys don't know our relationship, like we get into these like really passionate, like when I talk to you guys and I'm super passionate, like Connor and I, you would think that we were like screaming, arguing at each other if you didn't know our relationship, but we are literally so excited talking about all these different things and just like firing each other up. So we got onto this, we heard this one quote and we're talking about it for like 30 minutes. So I felt like I had to share it with you guys because it obviously had some significance and hit us. And so maybe you need to hear it too. It was in the video that I put in the push, but maybe you didn't catch it. He said 90% of people do 90% of what's required and then quit. I'm going to read that again. 90% of people do 90% of what's required and then quit. You only had 10% left to go. Like, are you going to be that person? And that just like mic dropped for me with my business, because it was like, I only have 10% left. Like if I quit now, if I were to stop now, or to even just slow down, let's not even say quit because quitting's taken off the table for me. If I were to slow down right now, I would be that 90%. And so I just had to share that with you guys. Okay, so it is the 26th of the month. I posted in the team page yesterday that obviously all auto ships have run. So if you don't know, auto ships run the 1st to the 25th of the month, including ours. So everything. If you are not commission qualified, that is the very first thing that you have to be focused on right now. You have been working too damn hard not to be paid. Okay, so either place an order and figure out, selling samples to pay for an order, or go enroll some customers and get some PBV, right? There's no reason that you can't enroll 6 new LCs and complete your steps to success before the end of the month, except for your self-limiting beliefs. And that's what I'm going for as well, you guys. I am not mass loyal customer enroller. Like I've enrolled hecka distributors this month, but like LCs are not necessarily my strong suit. And I am going to preach and have been preaching that I am going to finish my steps to success before the end of the month, and I will sign my 6 customers. So I want you guys to make that a goal with me. On top of, going for your promotions, I want to have at least 6 personally enrolled kept under me, and then be working for my promotion as well. So, and I always place an auto ship, y'all. That's a non-negotiable in my business. But step number one, getting commission qualified. Number two is recharting for your promotion. If I want you to drop a 1 in the chat right now if you have recharted for your promotion and for your team. Okay, if you haven't done that, that's okay, but that's your homework for tonight. Like, that has to happen. You have to know exactly how much you need, how much your team needs, for the promotion to pull off together. And remember that you are not alone. When you look at those numbers and when you look at that chart, that is between you and your working team. Okay, so when you do your chart and you know, okay, this person needs 460, or I'm just going to say 400 GV. She's got 0 BV, and that's all she needs for us to go Ruby or whatever. You're going to text her and you're going to say, hey, I don't know if you know this, regardless of how you feel the last couple weeks have gone in this month, we still have so much time to pull off a 500s club promotion for you. Here's what that would mean. Tag them in the 500s club post. You know what I'm saying? So my point is, rechart and get with your team if you haven't done that already, and let them know exactly what they need to promote. Or just be asking them, you know, like a lot of you guys got a text from me the other day, asking how you felt after numbers run, because again, it's no secret the volume is low and it's easy to get discouraged, and it's okay to talk about that. And that is what your leader and enroller is there for, to be real and have those honest conversations with each other, and then come up with a solution, because there is always a solution to the problem. Okay, so if you're feeling that way, definitely come talk to us. But let's see, I just want to make sure that I'm not missing anything. Okay, here's what I'll say. Okay, looking at your chart, and when I say you're not alone and your work, it's between you and your working distributors. Maybe for some of you, that's 3 people. Maybe for some of you, that's 0 people. When you redo your chart tonight, you are taking every single person off of your chart who is not actively working. If they are not committed to being commission qualified every single month and actively working towards their steps to success, they're not on your chart, and you're enrolling somebody new for that box. Okay, so drop a 1 in the chat if you are down. Gucci, Gucci, down. All right, y'all. And let's see. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to go over is, this business is so simple, and I am the first person to get overwhelmed with it. Okay, like, I know I'm not alone. Like, y'all, I get so overwhelmed sometimes of like, I have to do this and I have to do this, and then I need to follow up with this person, and I need to make sure that I'm reaching out to this newbie, and oh shit, I was gonna get back to this person yesterday and I totally forgot, and now I need to do this. Okay, we have to, and part of this whole Zoom and why I brought y'all here for this topic is to refocus. So tonight, right now, I'm asking you to slow down and to take a step back and to realize what we really do here. Okay, so obviously we all know we get paid to put customers and distributors in the system, but ultimately, what are we doing every day? All we need to focus on is posting, messaging, growing your network, following up, self-development. That is the core of our business. Working on yourself to be a better person, sharing things on your page, talking to new people, growing your network, and following up with them. That's it. And yes, we give additional tasks to do on the KPI tracker, because just like y'all know, when you go look in the team page and we have those walk, jog, run photos, right? If you're going to walk, you have to expect the bare minimum results. If you finna run, we're running with you and you're going to get that paycheck, right? So are you trying to run for the paper, or are you trying to just like take your time? And there's no right or wrong answer, but you are the only one who can answer that. And it comes down to what you're working on. So the KPI tracker should keep you on track. I think that it's, especially with this accountability group, just going to be a no excuses type ordeal. And I want you to know too that, and she talks about it in the KPI video, but there are going to be days where you don't mark everything off on that list. And it's 1 a.m. and you send your picture and you're bummed with yourself and you're kicking yourself. But kudos to you for holding yourself accountable and being not only honest with yourself, but the entire team that you didn't complete everything today. And that's okay. That's going to happen. You are human. Shit happens. I'm about to have a baby. Y'all, do you think that every single thing on that list is going to be checked off every day? Hell no. I wouldn't be able to breathe, right? So I'm going to do my bare minimums, but that's different from when I'm pushing full force. So you have to take every day with strides and not beat yourself up about this, and don't overcomplicate the business. Just do the things. And that's why I'm so excited about this KPI stuff, you guys, because it's literally just going to be a matter of getting your piece of paper out every morning and starting from the top and just checking them off one at a time. And that's all you got to focus on, is doing the next right thing. What is the next thing that I need to check off that list? And you know what? When you get to the end of the day, hopefully you can be proud of yourself more the days than not, right? But it's also a good tracker for you to know, again, where you can improve. And when you start looking at your team and you start looking down and being like, oh, people aren't working, you remember it starts with you. So you got to look at your KPI tracker first before you point the finger at your team, and figure out where you need to level up, where you need to step up. And when you have something to reference, you know exactly what you need to work on. It just makes it so much more simple. So I want you to all just take a breath with me for a sec and just like regroup, because this is so simple and it doesn't need to be a stressor. It's not going to be fun every day. We talked about that on the Wake Up With Me this morning. It's not going to be fun every day. You're not going to want to work every day. And guess what, sis? You still got to do it because it's a motherfucking job, right? It's not a job, but it is. You're getting paid. So it's not going to be fun all the time, but we do have to hold on to our sanity and make it as fun as possible. And I like to have a fun environment. And when I, look at my attributes list, like someone who's smiling and someone who's having fun and enjoying the moment are things that I wrote down. So I want that to be the standard in the community that we have here. Absolutely. But just know that it's okay to do the things and not stress out about it. Okay. So I want to know, in the push, if you haven't already, I asked you guys to put in the comments, why are you here? Why are you working this business? Why did you want to go diamond? What self-limiting beliefs are you letting go of the rest of this month to move forward and to see things with a different light and to look at your team differently? And because it's month end, like I said, you're going to be reaching out to everybody, even old inactive distributors, to see if they want to work. But ultimately, you got to focus on new enrollments, and you need to get people in the system who truly want this with you and who are truly running with you. It's so much more fun and it's easier for everybody. Also, I want you to ask yourself, straight up, point blank, period, are you in this for the long haul? Are you willing to do whatever it takes, no matter how long it takes? I seriously say yes or put a 1 in the chat. I want to know in the chat. Are you here for the long haul? And if the answer is yes, then regardless of how you feel about this KPI tracker, we're doing it together for the next 30 days. Okay. I don't feel like, I didn't feel like I needed it when I first saw it. You guys, KPI is nothing new. The company's been talking about this since conference. Okay. And I have pushed it aside for almost an entire year, and I'm now getting on board because I'm a person who changes really hard, right? And it's really hard to implement new things in my business, but I'm here for the long haul. So I have to get serious about my business. And I think that this is seriously going to change the game for all of us. I think that this is just going to fix any issue or confusion or frustration that anyone could possibly have, because not only do we have a team page, filled with tools and knowledge, but now they know exactly what they need to be doing every day. And if you're not enrolling, it's going to be very simple to say, well, let me see your KPI trackers for the last week. Let's look at what you did. You know, and when people come to me saying that they're not enrolling, I'm going to start asking you guys, okay, send me a screenshot of the last 20 conversations that you had. Maybe we need to tweak your verbiage, or if you haven't had 20 new conversations today, that's probably why you're not enrolling, right? So we're just going to have to be honest with each other and be really vulnerable with each other during this accountability group. I don't want anyone to feel like they need to or should lie. Okay, you're not fooling anyone. Your enrollments and your page will show very clearly if you're doing the work or if you're not. Right? And so I'm going to be doing this with you guys and sending my photos every day because it's going to hold me super accountable, right? And there's a lot of stuff that you guys don't see that I do in the background for the team and like for the team page and planning content and like all this different stuff that's not on the KPI tracker. But I have to really keep my business, my personal enrollments in the forefront for me to truly be a good and honest leader. And I hope that you guys feel the same with your teams. So Nat, do you have anything that you want to add, or anybody have anything that they want to add? Otherwise, I'm gonna end the recording.